And you know that yourself, Charles. And I can tell you, and there's so many people who are being detained in one place or the other because they've made one statement or anything.
Well, I haven't been harassed, to be fair. But
yes,
I mean,
yes, maybe you've not been, but I have been.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So I can tell you that even that doesn't exist. But we're not, when you say, yes, he exists, Charles, when you go for an exam and you score 10%, it's a fail. I'm just giving you the real measure of democracy. We failed in all of them. So it doesn't exist.
So Obi said he himself is being harassed by the system. Why can't they just arrest him? You know, like they just, like instead of trying to intimidate him, you know, do all that stuff. Me, I'm thinking that they should probably just carry it out, like arrest him. So we'll find out what the his own supporters and admirers are actually what they are made of. Don't you think so? Like, then try on. You think I'm saying that because I believe that they dare not? No. There's nothing they can do. There is nothing that they can't do, but there are many things that they won't do. There are two different statements. Yeah? I really do wish. The last part of the gist.
Elections are won, elections are lost by the vote of the people. All these things you're talking and all these things people are talking is because we are not democratic. Charles, we are talking of working together for the sake of the country, not because of political posts. I've said it before.
But if you don't have political power, you won't be able to change the country.
Charles, I agree with that. That's why I've always said, I'm not desperate to be president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. Charles, it is all these alliances, all these groupings that brought us to where we are today. Because people were blinded. Instead of seeing what they would do to make the country work, make the country productive, they were focused on wrestling power. What are we going to use the power to do?
Yeah, but you ran for office in 2023. You wanted to wrest power from
yes,
the
because
APC.
I wanted to do something.
Right.
Charles, I wanted to do something. I wanted to use it. By now, you would have been seeing the impact on education visibly. And I'm not talking about people coming to say it in TVs. You will be seeing it visibly. I would have even been visiting the schools.
Well, that's why some of
the health. You would have been seeing the primary. We have over 70% of our primary care are not functional.
But that's why some of your supporters are saying that for you to make this happen, you have to be able.
Elections are won.
Protest election. Anyway, I will bring more from that interview because I understand that it was about 45 minutes to an hour conversation. So any other thing I can pick from it worthy of sharing, right? I'll bring that. As for the Wiki, yeah, he had this to say on this ongoing state of emergency in the rivers. Quick one.
Totally out of place. I will not be a part of that.
Minister, yes. If push comes to shove, right?
Yes.
Would you side with Governor Simfobara?
To do what?
If to settle this cause.
What is it?
Because if the Oyibo and the Ogoni people say they must have it, would you be on the side of Governor? Considering that you were the one who raised his hand up.
Don't use that word. I will never support Fubara in my political life again.
Why?
No, I won't do that.
when he was asked, right? Anyway, I think that is where we are going to now draw the curtains. But even before that, I've got these two clips I want to share with you. I want them to be part of this chart. The first one is indeed the homeless, or should I say the IDP camp that Obi said he visited in Abuja, and what he told them there this afternoon.
We must have a basic education. But here we have people in IDP camp littered all over our capital in Abuja. Over 40,000 of them, without any primary school. And everybody knows that the most, number one, most important thing for development is education. And that is what you're not giving them. It doesn't matter whether you build anything, as long as they're not educated, it won't work. So we need to educate them. We need to make sure that they're healthy. Like I said earlier, all these kids they are seeing here are the future senators, House of Rep members, governors, and presidents. And we must educate them now. Because those of us who are there today, we are once like them. But because we are given education, we cannot continue this way. This is what is happening in our country. And we are busy celebrating profligacy, irresponsibility, and everything, when we should be diverting the resources to this place.
What's the message to you?
To all of us, not just the authorities. To all of us who are today celebrating, thinking we are doing well. This is time to rethink.
We now get another war. Now our mama believe so. We now get another one. Now your mama believe so. Only me to know. Now your mama believe so. Now our mama believe so. We now get another one. Now your mama believe so. Now our mama believe so. We now get another one. Now I'm a baby, so we don't get another one. Only ready to know who.
And your mama be this and finally, right? Because we did touch on Kogi State today, and I've had this clip on in my kind of like archive for a while. And it is that moment when Keneri Dino was telling us about Wike. I've not heard from him in a while. I just thought, my mind just went to him and I felt like, okay, Wike, your supposed nemesis who said he has no shame if Wike thinks say in the grace, he Keneri Dino in the mad. It's only Wike we have been hearing from since. Why was Wike mad? Now Dino tell us. In 2023.
My primary business is other people's businesses. If I open my can of worms and maggots on Wiki, but I'm waiting for him. His territory that he's trying to practice is my own primary constituency, and I'm waiting for him. He's a pretentious character. He's a liar. And he has no integrity, no iota of integrity. Wike was calling me when Atiku Abubakar was to announce his running mates. I have records and I've printed it out and I'm waiting for him. He called me 19 times in 2 hours. Begging us to convince Atiku Abubakar to make him the vice presidential candidate. So when I see him lying on TV, because of the south of this country, because of southern Nigeria, the thing moves to south, you that were lobbying us and begging us, promising us heaven and earth to convince Atiku Abubakar to make you vice presidential candidate. To the extent that he was at the airport. I have a video. He spent hours in the airport waiting for me to call him to say, Atiku has picked you as he was at the airport here waiting, calling me. He was calling me, my brother and friend, who is were in the Senate together, was also calling me that day. I have witnesses. I even gave the phone to Abdul Ningi to speak with him. I gave the phone to Senator Zamiri to speak with him. He was begging all of us, promising heaven and earth. Atiku should announce him. It was around 1 or so that I told him, Oga, nobody will give you vice president. That was when he left and then flew back to. So the man who was so desperate to be vice president, because you didn't get it, you now started a southern agenda. I don't believe in such unprincipled, zero integrity character like Mr. Wike. The man, Wike was the one who brought Ayu. Wike was the one who sponsored Ayu. And that was why Wike made all the governors to endorse Ayu. That's why there was no election in the national chairman's office during the convention. Ayu was unopposed. Now you are saying Ayu must go, you want to go to the south. Maybe because of the alcohol he took. Maybe he thought Ayu is from Abia State when he was supporting him. Because Ayu is from the north. You are the one that brought Ayu. When did you now realize that Ayu is a northerner? But he was doing that time to satisfy his own selfish ambition of becoming the presidential candidate from the south. So he doesn't want the chairmanship at that time to go to the south so that it will not affect his ambition of becoming president from the south. So he pushed the chairmanship to the north and thinking he will be able to bribe Ayu to produce him as the presidential candidate. When Ayu refused to do the wrong thing, then Ayu became an enemy. Is it not the same Wike that removed his brother, his mentor, Prince Uche Secondus, as the national chairman of the party? If you love the South so much, why did you?
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
Very Wike. And of course, PDP recommended him as vice presidential candidate to Atiku, in which Atiku ignored him to go and pick number 2, Ifeanyi Okowa. The rest, they say, is now history. And the same way Wike, who was spotted yesterday, giving a big Salah card to Tifnumbu, an image that initially generated a lot of conspiracies. Indeed, they said that it was in 2023. Like, they said Wike had stroke. He was dead. Some of them are even writing RIP for him. So seeing him yesterday was like seeing a ghost. So they believed it was an old picture. Even when we reminded them that Tifnumbu was not president in March 2023. Wike was not minister then. And in fact, 2023 Eid al-Fitr, Ramadan, did not end in March. It started in March and it ended in April. So the message to Wike was just for him to know that a lot of people that wishes him to die, there are so many, even though he is still here. But still, there are those who have already written him off. And don't be surprised when you see them celebrate the news that Wike don't die. There are people. So it's just to show to him that if there is a way he can mend his way or change his way, the best time was yesterday. Another best time for him to mend his way, since millions actually wishes to see him dead. There are millions who don't wish him dead, right? But the rumor that he had stroke, there are those who really want that to be true. So the best time for him to have started changing his ways was yesterday. Another best time to change his way is today. Tomorrow may be too late. So let's go back to a quick one. After Natasha's appearance, Natasha's entrance, Natasha's messages, we now realize that Natasha actually beat the Yeye Bello of Kogi, as well as Olodo of Kogi, Akwabiole, and others. She beat them to their game, showing them that she's the wife of a billionaire, which I think makes her a billionaire as well, right? She didn't use any convoy, just one convoy. It's a chopper. I told you she's an elite. She has the resources to actually fight Akwabiole. But somehow, they are underrating her. Okay? And somebody said, if care is not taken, that's how they said it, right? If care is not taken, she would eventually dislodge not just Yeye Bello, but the entire APC out of Kogi State. She might actually end up being the first woman to become a governor in that your voting system. It all drips, some said, but whatever it is, the game is on. I am interested, and I want to see where this is headed. You know, there are so many sparks here and there across the contraption right now. A lot of people just want to see the one that is going to ignite the fire that is going to consume the system that keeps producing these criminals, by the way. Let's go to bed. I'm so sorry that I have to use the full hour today without taking calls again. I mean, did you enjoy it? I know people used to go and report me and say, Mayego did not take calls. Yeah? Well, is something wrong? Like, no, I just do what I like. I just do what I want. How I feel, by the way. And tonight, I promise you that I didn't plan on spending the entire 3 hours, by the way, but I did. And it's quite, it's worth it, isn't it? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all the support, the super chats, the likes, the comments, the shares, and then my GoFundMe. Wait a second. You know, everybody. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining me. So like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, okay? So the next time I come on, right, it's just going to be you and I, all of us, right? So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi
àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ o làwa mọ̀ tójódòdò.
máyégún dáyàrí láyé bí nàmbà wá.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
máyégún ti dé.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. àyè.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.